Hi, everybody, it's Patrick. So, you don't recognize anything around me, right? And you don't because I'm with my friend Amy. Amy has this fabulous clothing line that I have loved forever. We go way back. I won't tell you how far, but just say that we do. But I thought it'd be fun. We talk about stains and all those things all the time, but I always feel like you see me in the same background. And I thought it'd be fun to sort of do something different. And Amy was sweet enough to let me come in and play with her space. So we're gonna use the clothes from her collection, which is called Storyline. So we can talk about, just fabric and, that sort of thing. So first, this is Amy.
Hi, you all.
So tell us about Storyline.
So Storyline is a line of mix and match separates. They are sort of like Garanimals for adults. All the pieces blend from season to season to season, so you can build a capsule wardrobe, and that's what we're all about, is capsule wardrobing. What we know is that we have signature fabrics that we use in our line, so they always work together, and they're all primarily easy care. But since we've discovered Laundry Love, we know that there are ways that we can take care of certain spots. Most of our fabric is polyspan.
Sure.
95 poly, 5% spandex, but it's so weird how it can be so different.
Sure, because you feel this, which is, when I think of 95 polyester, 5% spandex, I think of athleisure.
Right.
That's right where I go. And I tell people, like in Laundry Love and Laundry Camp and whatever, that we talk about athleisure and how to care for athleisure. So it's funny because you're right. This is totally athleisure.
It's a different animal.
And this would be really chic yoga. But, it is. It is. This has definitely got a sporty vibe. This is definitely dressy.
Well, this is a classic American fabric. This is, something that Diane von Furstenberg, Calvin Klein, Halston, this classic jersey. And so we wanted to create pieces of that. But you're right, they become so versatile that you can wear it to yoga, but you also can wear it out to dinner. And what's cool about this, and maybe it's antimicrobial, so it doesn't stink like some yoga pieces could do. And so what's that about?
Antimicrobial is it's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process that some fabric are put on some fabrics. If you want my honest opinion, I would treat them all as though they're not, just because even the characteristic that's unique to 95 poly 5 span, 94/6 is the other sort of common option.
Right.
It's still going to be hydrophobic. It hates water. Oleophilic. It hates oil. So even when you don't get the odor,
I hate oil.
Well, who doesn't? So even when you don't get the odor, you're still going to get the oil cleaning properties.
Right.
So if you spill spaghetti sauce on this, you're still going to have to treat it. So I would treat them all the same way, even when they're antimicrobial.
That's what we're so excited for you to hear, because when oil gets on this, you can see it. Even if it's clear oil, you can see it.
Right.
I want to know how to get it out.
Well, the easiest way to get it out is to use oxygen bleach. I love oxygen bleach. Everyone knows I love oxygen bleach. It's, I love oxygen bleach almost as much as I love Halston, maybe more.
Oh,
I know. It's a powerful. It's a big, big love.
Liza, you didn't hear that.
Shh. Liza, if you're watching, call me. But oxygen bleach will pretty much take oil out of this. If for some reason it doesn't, let's say
you just throw it in and then put the
oxygen bleach in on top and just wash it.
No pre-soak.
No pre-soak.
No Dawn.
No. Oh my gosh, no. Never Dawn.
No Dawn?
Never Dawn.
Okay.
Because here's the problem with Dawn. If you used Dawn on this fabric, you'll get the stain out. It will come out, but it will look like you've scrubbed it with sandpaper. Because the Dawn will actually etch the surface of the fabric. And that's not a negative toward Dawn at all. And the reason that happens is because Dawn is so effective.
Well, it cleans ducks.
Well, if your choice was to be covered in motor oil or to use a very drying detergent, which would you choose? Dawn 15 years ago would have been fine on this.
Oh.
But the technology in Dawn has gotten so good. Now they even have spray on Dawn.
Right.
You don't even have to put it in the sink. The technology has gotten so good. What's happened is they've made it very acidic so that it immediately pulls the oil off. Well, that acid will etch the fabric of the pants.
Interesting.
Yeah. So an oily soap I love.
Okay.
So like I love liquid hand soap. I love oily stain removers. Dawn is just too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, but I would just use a little oxygen bleach. But like going back to this, like let's say you got a spot on it. I might treat the spot with a little bit of oily soap. Like I have cranberry chicken salad in the car.
I'm thinking red wine after pickleball. What are you thinking?
Red wine will come right out with oxygen bleach. I mean, I wouldn't pre-treat it. I wouldn't do anything. I would dip this in oxygen bleach, toss it in the washer, and move on about my life.
Wow.
And I mean, I never worry about red wine. Like if you came to my house and you spill red wine. But if you came to my house and you spill red wine, the only thing that happens is I pour more. I don't pre-treat. I don't do anything. People can say like, oh, you need to put salt on it. You need to put like white wine. Somebody told me to put white wine on red wine. Who wastes wine?
Who wastes wine?
So they're like salt or club soda. No, don't do that. Just have your party, wear your jacket. And then the next day when everybody's gone, oxygen bleach in the washing machine. Easy.
Love it.
Done. Which is really great because everything here is washable.
Right.
And I mean, of course, I believe everything is washable. But everything here is washable just
by design.
off your back.
By design. Yeah.
It comes off your back and goes in the washing machine.
Right.
There's no mesh bag.
Inside out.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just to kind of keep the rubbing at a minimum.
Oh, okay. If you use the express cycle.
I use quick wash, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Express, yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah. I just never know if anybody listens. I just don't know.
I have my notes from my first laundry kit.
Oh.
I love them.
Right. Someday you'll give them to the Smithsonian.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, I mean, they have Julia Child's kitchen, so they could have your closet.
They could have. Oh, scary thought.
Well, so tell me about this little guy. I love this. I'm madly in love with this color.
It's a great color. We love it so much. Kelly green is just so vibrant, and it's great with denim and it's great with white, and we just love it for spring and summer. This top is really great because it's just a sloppy Joe top.
Yeah.
You can tuck it, you can tie it, you can just wear it long and loose.
Right.
It's oversized, and the V-neck is really sexy.
I love the V-neck.
Yeah.
And the thing about V-neck, it looks good on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, crew neck, if it looks good on you, good for you.
You're lucky.
But if it doesn't, it doesn't. V-neck looks good on everybody. Yeah. Plus, it's a good jewelry piece. Because, you've got like that diamond necklace that you got for Mother's Day.
Right, that one.
Yeah. Well, you're wearing one.
I am.
So, but it's just that perfect.
It's also a good top if you have a little camisole that you want to peek out underneath it.
Sure, of course.
Adds a little bit of color. You could stuff this with a scarf.
Yeah.
I just love this top.
Yeah, I love it too. Yeah. Plus, it's the perfect layering piece.
Yeah.
Because it's so soft, it just goes. And then you have a story about this, so you have to tell it because I think it's really funny.
Well, we call this our spaghetti top, and this is our first top from our line, and we just love it. It has a very soft V-neck. Yeah. But it also has a crew neck, a boat neck. Mm-hmm. It extends a little bit over the shoulders, so it makes you look like you have a tiny waist.
Oh God! I love the 80s.
But we also call this our spaghetti top because if you spill spaghetti down the front at lunch, you just go into the ladies' room and turn it around, and you have a top to wear to the rest of your day.
Assuming you have a jacket.
Assuming you have a jacket, and you should have a jacket. But, you never know when air conditioner is going to strike in the summertime. Right. But this has just been one of our longtime favorite tops, the spaghetti top.
That's really funny. Do you know, very early in my career, when I started selling vintage, I went to this woman's house, and she had every closet in her house stuffed with clothes. Her entire basement had been turned into a closet. It was an amazing thing. I mean, it was like 50 years worth of clothes in this woman's house, and everything was designer. It was incredible. Wow. But tons of things still had the tags on them. And I'm like, why haven't you worn that? And she's like, oh, I'm afraid I'll get spaghetti on it. We go to another closet, and there's like an Oscar de la Renta ball gown. And I'm like, why haven't you worn that? I'm afraid to get spaghetti on it. After she says it to me for the third time, I'm like, how much spaghetti do you eat?
I mean, seriously.
Right? I'm like, do you like own Olive Garden? I mean, what is going on? And it was super funny because it always really made me sad that she didn't wear the clothes because she was afraid of getting spaghetti. When, it's easy to get it out. So I kind of love.
So how do you get it out?
Well, you get it out, you spray it with vinegar and water.
Now wait, spaghetti would be oily?
Or it'd be oily organic.
Okay.
So you spray it with vinegar and water, blot, scrub with soap and a brush, and it comes right out. But what I love that you're telling people, oh, just turn it around. I mean, I love the casual. Well, I love the idea of just being casual about your clothes.
Well,
like not being afraid.
Yeah. Wear them. Get them out of the closet.
Right.
Take the tags off.
Right. Cut the tags off. And wear them. But I just love that. I love just that sort of devil may care attitude when it comes to your dressing, which is kind of a big thing about your whole sort of collection.
Yeah.
All of the pieces you can just throw on, which
Right.
I do love. I mean, I love that idea. I love that approach. I think that's, just super easy, super fun.
The idea is you could walk into your closet with your eyes closed and pull 3 pieces out and get out the door,
Which would be great if you didn't want to wake your husband up.
Right.
If I mean, sometimes I'll wake up grouchy, sometimes I'll let him sleep.
Right.
So it's that sort of
That
thing.
kind of thing.
You just grab 3 pieces and,
Clothes, women are confused by clothes. The retail marketplace has done them no favors. It said you can wear anything, and people want some guidelines.
Right.
They want some rules to follow by saying you can wear anything goes. That's not helpful. Women are really nervous about that.
Right, which is...
So we're kind of giving them a curated collection that they can add to, and it becomes a very sustainable fashion then too.
Yeah, I love the sustainability thing because, everything's timeless,
Right.
which I love.
Yep.
And I also love, normally when you think sustainable, you immediately go to sustainable fabrics.
Right.
And so you think wool, linen, cotton, silk, which...
But guess what?
They're not all that sustainable.
It costs a lot of water and energy to make that beautiful cotton print.
And cotton is so fragile.
Right.
It grows, so it's green, it comes from the earth, that's awesome. But it's a very fragile fabric. It doesn't really hold up that well.
Right.
It's the first thing to wear out.
Well, it wears out. You have to spend time ironing it, which we love to iron. We love to iron.
Okay,
But
back
still,
up.
That's
We need
energy.
to back
That's
the car
energy,
up. I know, but it's also a hobby because it's nice. Because you iron while you're watching, your favorite guilty TV shows.
True.
Just so good.
Burn.
I never had that happen.
You're a professional. That's
Love
true.
it. Love to just thinking about it now. It's like my happy place. The ironing board. The ironing board is my happy place. But, so, talking about it, so there really is something sustainable about a fabric that looks good for many seasons.
Right.
And we don't think of sustainability in that way.
Right.
Because we go to, that's sustainable fabric.
It's not green. There's a difference.
Right. Sustainability is you can wear it for generations.
Right.
So I love your approach with sustainability. I think that's...
Thank you. I mean it. I mean it.
Yeah.
We're serious about it.
Well, because I really could see, I've sold clothes for a long time. And really, these clothes would stand the test of time. Like, if I had sold you this in 1999, when I started at Neiman Marcus, you could still wear it.
Right.
Because you think of Zoran in 1999,
Right.
and you could still wear it. And so I love that. That is very sustainable. Because, 20 plus years later,
And
it
I'll tell
still
you what
looks
I
good.
love too is that you could wear this to yoga class, and you could wear this to pull on over your swimsuit, and you could dress it up and wear it to dinner.
Right.
And you can wear it for jammies. Everything. I love that.
Well, I love that. I love that idea. And, I think that goes back to the washing, staining thing. When you know how to get the stains out, you really can. You really could wear this to drop the kids off and then go to lunch, and eat your cranberry chicken salad, because it's what's on my mind for today. Go home, and, maybe you don't treat it right then. Maybe you just throw it in the hamper and pull out the black pair to go to dinner. But when the time comes, you just wash it.
Right.
And it goes back into your rotation. And it doesn't go to the dry cleaner, and it's not there for 2 weeks because you haven't had time to go pick it up.
You forget.
And then you're like digging for that tag. And the dry cleaner you go, and they're like, oh, you don't need the tag. Then it takes them 35 minutes to find it in the computer because they spelled your name with a Q by mistake. And, I love that. Or they're lost.
Right.
The thing is, you find this pair of brown pants that you love, like almost as much as you love your children, and then they go to the dry cleaner and they're gone forever.
They're gone forever. Well, we say buy 2.
Well,
if you love it, you better buy 2.
Yeah, fair enough. But even so,
Hey, here's my question.
Yeah.
So if you were pulling this on over your swimsuit and you did get suntan oil on it, I guess it's just oil.
It's just oil. Just hit it with some vinegar and water and toss it out. I mean, really, most of these things, if we put together a kit, we should do a laundry kit for you. We should so make a laundry kit that you can buy to care for all your storyline. Because basically what it would be is you would need soap flakes to wash it, oxygen bleach because of course, a spray bottle of vinegar and water, a stain bar and a stain brush, and probably some Amedex because these are work clothes.
Amedex is so cool.
Well, Amedex is so cool.
So
and the woman who owns it is so cool.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
You know, but
Woman-owned business.
she's amazing, you know, she's Connecticut woman-owned business. But, I mean, I think of these as career clothes too.
Right.
So ink or toner, those sorts of things would
Oh,
happen.
God. Toner powder.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Amedex makes it all okay.
It makes it all over.
You know, it makes it look like you date the Xerox guy.
And
You know?
Sharpie.
Uh-huh.
Sharpie. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and Amedex just lifts it right out. But, like, I mean, that little kit, you could even, if you traveled with these, you could put all of that stuff into travel bottles
kit.
and literally take a travel kit with you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
much better than a Tide pen.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
But, but, you know, I mean, but I love that. Like, I love that approach.
Yeah.
You know, just that it's this little easy bag. So, I mean, you could travel for 2 weeks with 7 pieces.
That's our plan.
You know, and you have this little travel bag and then everything goes.
And everything washes in the sink and hangs to dry.
Right, totally.
And that's sustainable.
Do you know I have the best trick ever for washing in the sink?
No.
A lot of times when you go to hotels, they don't have a drain with a stopper.
Right.
If they don't have a drain with a stopper, you grab either the plastic that's on one of the cups or the plastic shower cap. You put it in the sink and you drop it down like it's going to go in the drain, and you drop a quarter in it. And the quarter actually creates a stop, so then when you put the water, it totally stops up the sink.
You heard it first here.
Isn't that great?
I love that. Well, I'm traveling this weekend, so make sure to
You can try it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you have a stopper, but sometimes you don't.
Right.
You know.
And it's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I've got to get the spaghetti out of my tub.
Right, because I'm going to wear it again in 2 days. And this is what I would imagine would dry relatively quickly.
Oh, very quickly.
Yeah.
I've been known to roll it in a towel and dance on it a little bit and get out the door. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When you dance on it, do you play Donna Summer?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Last dance.
But yeah, I love that idea. Like, I love the idea of wash and wear and just sort of easy. And, you know,
Right.
I mean, just kind of, and you could mix it back into your other stuff.
Right. Oh.
Which I also love. I mean, if you have that favorite whatever, this just mixes back into it.
Well, that's my favorite thing about these pieces. You get these 2 pieces in the same color, either brown or black or navy, and it's a jumpsuit. It's a jumpsuit that you can go to the bathroom.
Right. I mean, which is
Hello.
the key to a jumpsuit.
And then you can wear any jacket over it. I have lots of clients. I won't say lots of clients, but I've got some clients who will wear their Chanel jacket over that one piece
Sure.
look.
Well, or I mean, you could even do it in the 2-piece. I
Yeah.
mean, the black and white with the red jacket would
Right.
be very sharp.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, no, super easy,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
Because I love that. Or even if you have, we were talking earlier about sheath dresses.
Right.
And you know, sheath dresses are so great, but they're a nightmare if you don't want to show your arms.
Right.
And you have so many great pieces that cover your arms.
Hello.
Right.
Swing shorty.
Swing shorty.
Swing shorty.
You know, I was called Swing Shorty once.
Were you?
Yes.
Oh, we
I
made
won't
this
say.
jacket
Yeah,
for you.
we'll say.
I love this in my bag all summer long because
Mm-hmm.
you never know when you're going to get hit by air conditioning.
Right.
You never know when you're going to be in the freezer section at Kowalski's.
Right.
You never know when you need to cover up. And so this is just in your bag, in a ball.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know, I would, you know, I mean, I hate to tell you this, but if it were mine, I would put it in a Ziploc
Well, yeah.
because it would stay clean.
Does it stay clean?
Pull it out. Isn't that hysterical?
Okay, people, we're going to be shipping these as Ziplocs.
Right. But the other thing, I mean, just talking about the jacket, the other thing I love is that you ruched the sleeve.
Yeah.
So you can push it up. And
Just little touches.
But it's just easy.
Well, you know, when you push up your sleeve, you take 5 pounds off your hips.
Really.
It's an
So
optical
does
illusion.
it work the farther up you go?
It does.
Because I will go sleeveless.
Sleeveless.
I mean, I will look like Hulk Hogan by the time we're done.
It's a great tip. I love to share it whenever you're in a networking group with a bunch of women and you tell them that, everyone goes, Okay. And adding shoulder pads too.
Well, I love the 80s.
I know.
You know, nobody ever looks as good as they did in the 80s because everyone looked like a superhero. Like the shoulders were to here, it made the waist look like this, and then you had the 8 pleats in your pants to really pull that straight. I mean, everybody looked so good in the 80s.
It was a good look, except for the hair, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. You do you.
You do.
I mean, you know, I love a back comb.
Yeah, I had a good perm.
Oh, bet you had a good perm. So Deborah messing.
So Deborah messing.
I can see it. I feel it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe when we're done, I may grab some rods and we'll just see what happens.
It's scary. Scary good.
I'm into it.
I was called Framp.
Framp.
After Peter Frampton.
Nice. So cool. No one else was called Framp.
No one else was
Let me
called
just
Framp.
say. So anyway, I mean, it's fun. Like, it's fun. We can talk about stains all day. But what's super fun is, you know, you have the book, so you can answer the questions. But, you know, if any of your clients were watching, I mean, they can just reach out to me at Laundry Patric.
Right.
And, you know, just tell me that they saw the video so that I know what they're talking about. You know, because they'll be like, the pink, you know.
So how can they reach out to you? Is there
Laundry Patric on Instagram.
Laundry Patric on Instagram?
Yeah, that's the best. I mean, that's the best way. They can call the store.
Right.
But really the best way is, you know, reach out to me on, I try my best to answer them. Can't 100%. And then, you know, on Thursday I do Laundry Live at 1:30. So every Thursday, 1:30, currently on Facebook, soon moving to YouTube, I answer questions live. So you can like log in and say, you know, how do I get wine out of my yoga pants? More common than you think. And
I can totally see it.
I mean, I think yoga is like book club. It's just fun.
How about bloody noses?
Oh, it happens to me all the time. Oxygen bleach.
Oxygen
I get
bleach?
at least one bloody nose a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and sometimes it's because it's habit, and sometimes I've smarted off and, you know, got to pop. I'm just saying.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know, it was worth saying, but it was worth it. But you know, oxygen bleach. But people, they can reach out, and it's fun, and you know.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Live action help.
You know, happens in the moment. Well, anything else you're going to say about storyline?
Nope.
All right. Really, you said everything that needs to be said.
Well, we'd love to have you shop our site, storylinecollection.com.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Right. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Thanks for listening.
Great to meet you.
We're just kind of rambling on. We're probably going to do this a couple more hours. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.